Welcome to my Anime Expo 2025 vlog. So we start things off by getting my badge. I'm making my way to the convention center and I'm just completely awed by the view. This area is massive. There's so many ads everywhere of anime. You can go around the street and you'll see like Magic, Final Fantasy. So that's exactly what I did. I wanted to pretty much become a little bit familiar with the area. Went to the store. It's a little bit of an outdoor mall. It looks pretty nice, I have to be honest. But this isn't really the first day of the convention, as I got here early just to get my badge. So I just go up to a rooftop, chill a little bit, enjoy the view, and get ready for a great day, the first day of Anime Expo 2025. So this is my first time ever going to a massive anime convention like this. I've gone to a couple in the past, but this one completely blew me away. Right off the bat, I was impressed with the amount of people still going into the convention because I didn't get up early. There's a lot of people that get up at like 8 in the morning to prepare for this, but I started around like the afternoon. I wasn't really too rushed, but that changes in the next following days because I wanted to be there as soon as it opened. So you can see it's getting kind of crowded. It gets even more wild during the weekend, but I try to find my way around, go through the crowds, check in, and here we are in the main room that I'm gonna spend a lot of time here. You can see that inside there's a lot of folks just running around, and I'm just so excited to see people's cosplays, everyone with their badges, people just dressed up looking cool, having a good time. I'm seeing so much anime everywhere. There's One Piece, there's gonna be some Gundam TCG that I'm gonna show soon, and Demon Slayer. There's going to be some Crunchyroll. There's lines for so many different types of booths. And I quickly realized that if I wanted to find out what people are waiting for, I kind of just have to ask and see if it interests me and maybe get some cool merch before things sell out, because that was the case in this convention. Anytime there was something cool, people were already in line, and if I wasn't there already, it was pretty much gone for that day. And I've been kind of a fan of collecting cards, you know, for the past couple of months. And of course, this booth caught my eye. They had One Piece, Magic, Pokemon, every type of TCG. But I was originally making my way to the Gamer Subs booth, so I had to make a quick stop here and get myself an OP09 box. Here you can see the Gamer Subs. Oh, the homies are here chilling. People are excited. This is the first time they officially announced the cans to the public. You can see the ad there. Of course, they hooked it up. I was able to try one. I tried good. Make sure you use code FROST at checkout, by the way, when shopping at G-Subs. Here, I met up one of the homies. I'm going to go ahead and greet him, check out the area. I think I get myself some caffeine here just to get the day started. So after saying some quick hellos, I figured I'd go ahead and start to explore the convention. I see some cool areas that, you know, get my attention. I wanted to take some pictures. Here's some Attack on Titan. I'm going to show you a couple other booths and some of the other stuff that I was looking around at. They got plushies, Crunchyroll, Demon Slayer. These are areas that I'm going to visit again, but when I'm here for the first time, like I just want to see everything like right away. You know what I'm saying? This one really caught my attention. It was a One Piece. They had a whole wall of all the cards for this volume. It was OP11. I have the manga Luffy, but I really wish I had the Gear 5. So I continue walking around, you know, trying to find locations to take pictures at. That's me right there. You can see me. You can see Crunchyroll on the back. A lot of folks trying to get a couple poses here for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wasn't able to completely check out the entire area here because I think someone told me there's a different section of this convention. It's a massive room and it's worth exploring. So I wanted to go see it with my eyes and see where I needed to start and what I really wanted to explore. As you can see, I'm making my way through the crowd, trying to figure out where I'm going. Yeah, I was kind of lost the first day, trying to figure out where people are trying to go to. I didn't even find like the food cart area till like the third day, to be honest with you, but I'm getting pretty close here. We're about to reach the next massive room. And this is when I realized, wow, this convention is nothing like any other convention I've ever been to. You can see Netflix. They have a game that I'm really looking forward to called Silent Hill F in the distance. I take some pictures with it. You can see here on the screen. That's one of the creatures in the game. I'm really excited to play that on stream. They got Bandai booths as well scattered around. You can get some more cards. They got some Azur Lane in the background, Hoyoverse. You know, this is a massive room. I just went straight, and whatever caught my attention in terms of shopping, I decided to go there, got myself a nice shirt. There's a random booth with like gacha ramen. So I thought they actually had noodles. I thought I was gonna eat some food, but no, they have like merch in it. So anyways, I saw what I needed to see. I'm like, all right, I'll come back to this room. Let's go check out the artist alley. And here you can see I'm like hesitating to even take steps forward because it's another massive room. I said, screw that. We're going to try it a different day because I have to make my way to the Dodgers game. Yes, you can see this is exactly where I'm at. Massive parking lot. It's completely filled. Your boy wanted the One Piece promo card. And here I am. I managed to secure a card, got my hat, and I found some seats to get at. People were trying to buy this card off of me for like $300 to $100. It was crazy, bro. I think it's worth like over $500 now, but this is my first ever time going to a baseball game, and I'm gonna have to tell you the atmosphere is awesome. I would be completely down to go to another baseball game. I like the lights, I like the sound, the announcer's pretty cool. People getting hyped up over someone getting a strike or hitting a home run. Unfortunately, I don't have a footage of the home run, but yeah, it was really cool to see one in person. I used to judge baseball like just based on what I saw on TV. I thought it was kind of boring, to be honest. I didn't know how people were into it. So at this point, I'm staying for two major reasons, right? I wanted to see the game, give it a really fair shot, but additionally, I wanted to see this drone show that I heard about that's happening after the baseball game. Here I'm showing you a couple pictures of me sitting down, wearing the straw hat, Luffy hat, having a good time. Oh, another reason I stayed is because the hot dogs are so delicious. Anyways, yeah, so the drone show, dude, people started to go out to the field and it got crazy. It got really crazy. The drone show was so cool. I have to say, this is probably better than fireworks. Let me know what you think. And it's probably better for the air or whatever because of pollution, right? So yeah, the drones, they started doing like cool shows of One Piece signs. They got the flag. They had the ship. They also had like Luffy. I showed Nami here and Zoro. It was a really long drone show, so I'm not gonna show the entire thing for the sake of the video length, but yeah, it was pretty cool. They showed me Luffy doing a couple animations, actually like rotate the drones, and they're pretty active. I was kind of shocked how like crazy it gets, to be honest. Like I said, I've never seen a drone show like this before. So yeah, to end the drone show off, they just show us the new form of Luffy Gear 5, and then of course they hit us with the classic "to be continued." And that's it for day one. All right, so day two is here, and honestly, I'm in a rush. I woke up super early, stand in line for a coffee, and booked it straight to the convention because I had to get in line to get some exclusive TCG cards for One Piece. But after that, I started to chill out, and that's where I pulled out my phone again and started doing some recording. You can see I'm just checking out the artist alley. I told you I was going to come back to this. I was intimidated the first time, and throughout me walking in this area, I noticed this area in the back with black currant, and I was so curious what's going on. I saw people lined up. I saw that it said 18 plus, and then I saw another sign that said must have your ID out. And once I walked in, I wish you could see my face because oh my god, there was a bunch of uncensored crazy anime stuff here that I can't show you. I can't put it in the video, but let's just say that I got some really cool jewelry for my glasses, and chat keeps trolling me that they're not for my glasses. But anyways, after that, I decided to get out. I wasn't really too interested in buying anything. It was kind of getting kind of freaky in there. So I started walking again, and I was just pretty much admiring all these vendors with the unique art that they had and the shirts and stuff like that. Honestly, I was kind of expecting a little bit more than just keychains and just art posters, but it was still pretty cool to see. Here, I'm going to show you some of the pictures from day two. Honestly, didn't really do too much other than go around trying to collect exclusive promo cards. And then it wasn't really until day three that I started to collect some merch to bring home and just set up in my background. But yeah, that's pretty much for day two. I did end up going back to the rooftop to chill because this day is July 4th. So there was going to be fireworks, and the rooftop that I went to had a little special for a meal. So of course I sat down, enjoyed a couple ribs, and just enjoyed the view with a drink. And that's for day two. Day three is here, and of course I'm super excited to get up early. It's like 8 in the morning. I went to go get my coffee, and I booked it straight to the line to get into the convention. I wanted to pay more attention to the cosplays and see what people were really rocking. I got mixed into the crowd, and it was a little bit difficult trying to figure out where things led me to, but there was a couple vendors here and there, and everyone just just had really cool cosplays, bro. People are so cool. Everyone was taking their own pictures. And by the way, just so you know, you're gonna see some pictures of more Guardians. A lot of them they have on their phones, they haven't posted, but I must admit, like close to 30 Guardians from Destiny 2 that recognized me, said what's up. We had a couple chats about the game, and many of them were also in a cosplay. You're gonna see later folks dressed up from characters from One Piece. Someone had a really cool Guardian cosplay with a ghost and the exotic Mida. Really cool. But yeah, I decided to take day 3 as a day where I just really paid attention to my surroundings and really make sure that I was there. I wanted to buy some exclusive anime convention stuff. So there's going to be Kaiju number 8, some One Piece. I'm also going to show you some of the cards that I ended up pulling from some of the boxes that I was buying from the vendors here. And yeah, really cool cards. You're going to see the Dodgers card there, but overall, really happy with the items that I bought. I'm going to treasure them, and a good way to remember this convention that is probably going to go down as my favorite convention ever. But yeah, this is day 2, and I don't have any day 4 footage because I had to leave. So I decided to kind of just skip out on the day 4 because I went in and I was pretty much having to leave right off the bat. But yeah, the vendors are really cool, man. Everyone has so many unique art pieces, a lot of shirts, some cool ideas like candle aromas, and they sell like cool keychains, and they're making sure that you have an abundance of options when choosing to buy figurines. Like they got all the different anime people. They had mystery boxes and bags that had random figurines in there. Dude, it was pretty overwhelming because you wanted to buy everything, but you really can't. And also, if I wanted to buy some big stuff, I had to question whether or not it was going to fit in my luggage, and it was problematic because I already knew in the back of my head that I was going to need to buy a shipping package to send some stuff back home. Here you can see me checking out a little cosplay contest, I believe, that was going down. I got a free pin. I was just curious to see because I guess these would be considered like more professional cosplays, and it was pretty cool. I don't know what this game or anime is about, so I dipped. I decided to walk around some more, check out the convention, but yeah, we're gonna send it off here, show a couple more pictures, and let me know what you think. Would you like to see me do more of these type of vlogs in the future? This is my first one ever, so I know it's probably gonna be super rough on the edits and maybe not the most cleanest video to really watch from beginning to end compared to some other vloggers out there that had way more experience with it. But I give it my fair shot. It was self-edited, and honestly, I can't wait for next year to do this all over again.